Hi, this is Alex, and I'm here with Toby. He's a member of Business Mentor Insiders. Hi, Toby.
Hey man,
What type of business do you run, and how long have you been a member of Business Mentor Insiders?
I joined BMI back in March 2020, so already like a few months ago. And I'm running a digital marketing agency who's like specialized on running social media ads on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
What are some interesting recent results that you've achieved with your agency in terms of, well, for yourself, let's say, because that's what this is all about primarily.
Right. So yeah, it's going pretty well so far. So in quarter four, now we are in November, and so far we had our record month. So currently I'm at 14K revenue in euros.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Uh, yeah, just
Oh,
closed a new client just before the call.
it was going to be a call where we say, oh, it's a little bit below that, but now it's 14. 14 is a lot better number than what we had before. Okay, it's a surprise.
Yeah, I was like busy today. So yeah, had some new client onboarding. So yeah, pretty cool. No, November was the best month so far in terms of agency, and like a lot of people want to get started before Black Friday with their campaigns, and that's why like pretty successful so far.
Okay, and has this been consistent? Like, have you had consistent results this year, or is it just recently?
It was a steady growth, to be honest. It was like starting in, got my first sale after like, I think like 4 or 5 weeks after like joining BMI back, I think like by the end of April. And then yeah, like a steady growth. So I was like at 3K, then pretty consistent at 5K. And then recently, getting pretty close to 10K. And I'm like pretty much stuck on like 8 and 9K for like several months.
Did you have any experience in any type of business or even industry you're in now before you joined?
No, not at all. I was like studying and like working in a car factory before. So no experience at all.
Interesting. Well, at least it was a German car factory, so
True.
well paid, but
Yeah.
still.
Can't really pay enough for this kind of work. So it's pretty much like, I don't know, completely brain that work. But yeah, you know.
And what are some things that you've learned since March, since you started your business?
So yeah, basically like that like a regular job, like working 9 to 5 is not for me. So I like working on my own terms and basically not doing all the work by myself, instead like having a small team so I can like move to like more high value tasks, so I can actually like grow and like determine my own income instead of being reliant on some employer.
How many mentors have you had so far, approximately? Like you were mentored by business owners this entire time, as I know, because it's BMI. But
Right.
how many mentors have you had in BMI so far?
I don't know, like 5 or 6. So there are like a lot of different mentors in all the different areas, what you need, like your service and
Mm.
like sales, like business in general. So like a lot of mentors for every specific area of expertise you need to be successful.
What is the number one skill so far? Is there such a thing? Maybe there isn't, but
There is actually, it's sales. And it
sales.
all comes down to sales, honestly. So, I mean, there are lot of other skills as well, but like the most valuable skill I learned so far is like sales. So I
But
was like really
I, I,
bad.
Toby, I thought the main problem is leads. If I just get my hands on some leads, then I'm gonna have a business. All I need is leads. That's what everyone thinks, right? So, what do you think about that?
I mean, having leads is crucial, of course, but if you can't like, close them, you're pretty much screwed. That's why like sales is pretty much the most important thing.
How long did it take you to get leads after you joined BMI? Like,
For getting leads is super easy. So I got like leads, in days, pretty much after days. But like learning sales probably took me like, to be able to like close the first lead, it took me like 4 weeks to learn it basically. So a matter of weeks, but
but
it's like almost
Toby,
getting
can't
perfectionist.
I just join Upwork and then I'm gonna have a business tomorrow? Isn't that how it works? Can't I just do that? Because it's just Upwork, right? isn't it?
I mean, if you don't know what you're doing, so if you don't have like any expertise from like mentors or something, it's gonna be very, very hard for you. But if you have like the right information from the right people, like years ahead of you, it's getting pretty easy, yeah.
And who do you think this type of business is for? Who should start an agency, and who definitely should not start an agency?
Starting an agency for everyone who wants to yeah, like escape the 9 to 5 pretty much, and for everyone, but also for everyone who wants to like put in the work, because in the beginning it's like requires more work than like a regular job. So if you not want to like to put in the hard work in the beginning, you probably don't want to start like an agency. But after time and times, it's get more yeah, better in terms of yeah, working hours. So yeah.
But I want to make 500,000 hours a year before I quit my job, because the job, it's like depositing $5 per month to my pension fund. Toby, what should I do?
Oh man, then you have like mindset problem. No, no. I mean, you need to take the leap at some point. So I mean, at the start, it's probably gonna be lower for like a few weeks, but it's like picking up very, very quickly if you like put in the work, if you have like the right mentors,
Mm.
and if you like follow a structured process. So when you like join BMI, you get a process, you get mentors, you get basically everything you need to like start and successfully an agency. So yeah.
But I saw a Udemy course, and someone who's on Upwork explains how to send proposals, and can't I just go and buy that for $20?
I actually like bought a Udemy course like 1 year
Oh,
before I joined BMI,
okay.
and it was like you basically got some of the skills, but like only like 10%. So you're like lacking the complete sales and mentorship. You're like lacking lead generation. You're lacking basically everything that's like important to start an agency. So
So
you
all
just
the
buy
things that
purchasing.
actually cause the actual sale, apart from the basic structure, is like.
Right.
Hmm. And do you think someone could misunderstand if I were to just talk to, a very smart taxi driver, and I told them our business model, wouldn't they just become instantly as successful as you, or at least, with 6 months delay? Isn't that enough? Just having the process. If I told them with my amazing
Mm,
explanation skills
I
and
mean, there would be
organizational
like probably
skills.
like only a small chance of him like actually getting there, because it's not about like having the process like outlined for you. It's like also about like yeah, getting feedback,
Mhm.
having like mentors when you have like questions. You will have a lot of questions along the way, and when you
Does
don't have
everyone have
mentors,
the same problems and questions in their business journey?
not really. I mean, there are like some frequently asked questions for sure, but like everyone has like some individual bottlenecks for sure, and you need like someone who's actually live answering a question.
Right, right, right. And what's the biggest issue that you had this year with regards to business?
My biggest issue was like for long months, I was like doing everything by myself. Was
Mm.
basically like yeah, neglecting the hiring part for a pretty long time. So I couldn't like really grow because I couldn't like take on more projects. And but then I was like hiring really good people now, and now I have like two people on my team,
Mm.
and now I can basically grow. Yeah.
What would you recommend to new members, potential new members? So people are applying to BMI
Mhm.
every day. To be fair, most of them are not qualified. So what would you recommend to the people that are applying? In terms of, what would you recommend to them in terms of business?
Having a bit of savings, and then pretty much like yeah, getting some kind of mentorship, joining BMI, and then pretty much like just implementing the process which is there. When they have like question along the way, ask the mentors, but like stick to the process.
What about people who have a full-time job? Can they keep the full-time job? Because you said savings, but can't they just keep the full-time job?
In the very beginning, I guess, yeah, but I wouldn't really recommend it, to be honest, because it really slows things down. So if you like in your office like 9 to 5, and
But do you see other people who have full-time jobs succeeding in BMI? Because you were into that position, right? I understand. But what about other people? Have they done it with a full-time job?
they did it, yeah, they did it. So I
Yeah,
mean,
'cause most
it's
people
gonna
have like 15 responsibilities, children, jobs, and so on, right? Like
yeah, of course,
you're 12 years old. You don't have that.
you always have some kind of responsibility. So it's definitely possible, yeah.
Not everyone's 12 years old and can focus on business full-time. Just And it's not necessary. Don't do that. That's just like maybe 2% of BMI are like this these days. But you've seen have you seen people with full-time jobs build it as well?
Definitely. I mean, it's going to be hard, but it's going to be worth it. So you can definitely do it with a full-time job as well.
Did it take them longer than you?
Some were actually quicker than me, so I'm still like looking up to them. They're like, how can you do that? But like, yeah, it's definitely possible.
I also know they do it sometimes. Oh.
I'm like, where do I have the time from? I mean, I'm like doing the shit full time now after university, but
yes, they're doing 20, 30 hours. Oh, you're doing it full time now. Excellent.
I'm doing it full time now. Yeah.
Just
about time.
Don't become one of those German like coaches, please, Tobi.
No.
Please, I beg you, please don't do it.
Some coaching the other coaches of getting coached, right?
Yeah, don't do that. Like, as long as you don't do that, I'm happy. That's my only request for you ever. But other than that, I think we're good here. See you in the community. Looking forward to seeing your first 40, 50, 70, 80, 90, 100K month. Maybe we need to hire some people before you get there.
Some more people, yeah.
Yeah, so you don't overwork. How many hours a week do you work currently?
I was hitting 40 hours, but like focused and tracked hours. So probably, I don't know, like 60 hours in real time.
Well, I mean, if it's 40 tracked, you're working 40 hours to be fair. But sure, maybe you're
yeah, but nobody's like giving you the real tracked amount. I mean, when like some regular yeah, I don't know, like 9 to 5 people are watching, they're probably not tracking that time. They're like, oh, I'm working 40 hours as well. But no, you don't. That's what I mean.
Sad. All right, cool. Well, see you on the calls. Thank you very much. Everyone watching this, do whatever you want. Really, it's your life. All right, bye.